Hi, it's Susanna Troy. I'm here with Joe Sanchez. Joe and I actually wrote Bill Bratton and Inspector Sweet and said, what's in Joe's file? What's preventing Joe from getting his honorable reinstatement? And we have not heard a word. So we're going to get back to that. That'll probably be in the next YouTube. We're going to address that. But today we're talking about Charles Hynes. So Joe, we heard a shocker. Charles Hynes wrote you a beautiful letter 30 years ago that said you should be reinstated. Recently, he wouldn't meet with me, and now tell us about the big shock. We're all shocked.
I mean, I was astonished, dumbfounded, unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a man that I consider the untouchable. Courage and with honesty. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that that is not the case where he, has violated his oath of office, official misconduct. And that remains to be seen. But I truly wish him the best, and I hope he comes out smelling like a rose. But it seems that I really do, because I know what it feels to be indicted and arrested on false allegations and all. But he's got other problems with his staff. I mean, it's not just him. I mean, his staff isn't. I would say they too have a lot of explanation to do when it comes to falsely, indicting people and sending them to prison.
Mm-hmm. But Joe, let's look back. And 30 years ago, he wrote a powerful letter. He did what he could. Obviously, we had hoped he would have done more, and we wouldn't even be making this documentary, and that the NYPD top brass would have taken you back. And mysteriously, it seems like whether it's internal affairs with me, internal affairs with you, I'm finding that internal affairs, in my opinion, they're incredibly corrupt. They're liars. I mean, I've interviewed two amazing internal affairs officers on your behalf. So in every group, you got your good bunch. But then I go to Commissioner Kelly and Commissioner Bratton and ask that you be reinstated, and they ignore us. I wrote de Blasio, Mayor Bloomberg. So we're not done. They brushed you off, but apparently they're not brushing me off. They're not giving me an answer. So one, Charles Hynes wouldn't even give me an interview, and we thought maybe it was my politics, which I'm sure it was. If you're corrupt, you don't want to be in the same room with me. But now we found out that this guy, no wonder he doesn't want to be in the room with me. Wish him the best. I don't think he's going to come out smelling like roses, and it'll be ironic if he does get arrested. We'll find out. Any last thoughts on any of this? Or
that would be very sad if he did.
Yes.
It would be a sad moment for everybody. But,
I agree.
Yeah, but let's see what happens. I'm not one to start throwing stones on anybody. Let the facts, let the chips fall where they may, and he'll have his day in court just like I did. And for his sake and his family, I truly wish him the best. I really do.
That's very sweet of you, Joe, but it seems like there's an awful lot of evidence against him, which they've released, including emails. So it doesn't look good for him, just so you know. I appreciate...
I understand.
Yeah.
No, I understand. During my case back in '83, people were saying they had a lot of evidence against me, and they did, because Thomas Duffy and Joe Hester, the assistant special state prosecutor, Joe Hester, they committed prosecutorial misconduct and kept exculpatory evidence that would have helped me with the grand jury and with the jury also. So, but still, I understand how the system works. It's a game. You win some, you lose, and you lose.
Yeah, but come on, Joe. There are people like Charles Hynes that thought he was Teflon all these years. And then let's look. My specialty is 911 tech corruption. And Chief Dowd was taking gifts. They're going to let him retire with his pension. How many cops have they caught fixing crime, promoted them up the ladder, and let them retire with super huge pensions, like amazing cushy pensions? And you're not even asking for a pension back, which is kind of a tragedy. We're going to wind this up. This is going to be a short one because we're going to be back with some more interviews, including some ideas on how we can get Bill Bratton and Inspector Sweet to give us a response. What is in your file preventing you from getting an honorable reinstatement? So stay tuned. I'm going to say goodbye, and you say goodbye, your final thoughts and words for today.
Thank you again for being there for me. You're a good woman. You tell it the way it is. And I'm sorry, Charlie Joe Hynes did not give you that interview. It would have been great.
Yeah.
And it would have been something that the public would have loved to have heard.
Me too. Thanks again, and thanks to all our supporters in helping us and encouraging us on our goal. There's some of you out there I need to interview. I've been really caught up. My father, as you know, had died. I'm in the middle of a federal lawsuit. I'm waiting to hear a ruling. Is my judge going to move me forward or dismiss my case? And I'm really in shock about internal affairs. I had no idea. In my opinion, they're liars. They're aiding and abetting criminal behavior. I'm in shock. But anyway, at least on your side, Joe, Charles Hynes did write you a good letter way back when he was a young man, and he understood right from wrong. I don't know. I don't feel that he's going to get off scot-free, but I'm sure he appreciates your kind words. And thanks again to everyone for your support of us. We'll be back.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hey, Charles Hynes, I'm sure you're under a lot of pressure, but I still think you should come out and say something on behalf of Joe.